Magazines are everywhere and about everything. They tell us what to wear, what to buy. They even tell us how to have an orgasm. Name a subject, and there's a magazine about it. Magazines for news junkies, cigar smokers, PC gamers, and poodle owners. The ever-present magazine industry oversees trillions of dollars. Such a presence, for better or worse, translates into extraordinary influence. Celebrity worship is not a new thing. It appears in the early fascination with royalty, when gazettes and tip sheets reported daily about the goings-on of the aristocracy.
Do Stanley and then go around. There, okay. Stand by. Okay, stand by. Go.
I adore the show's mix of politics, arts, culture, gossip, and...
In the 1980s, a young British editor at the world's oldest gossip sheet figured out how a modern princess might just save a magazine.
At the time, Tatler was like a kind of sycophantic little shiny sheet that had been put out for 270 years and had hardly got an identity anymore. And it was purchased by a real estate guy who wanted to make it into a real magazine. And I think he asked everybody in the world to edit it, and they all said no, because it was so kind of insignificant. And then I showed up. I had a real vision for the magazine, though, and the timing was excellent. We were reborn at Tatler at the height of the big social story that broke on my watch, which was, of course, the arrival of Princess Diana. From English society being a kind of marginal concern, all of a sudden, it was in the middle of a world story. I would say that Lady Diana Spencer did for Tatler what OJ did for CNN. I mean, it was the story everybody wanted to know, and we were the best equipped to deal with it.
Tatler's success propelled Tina Brown into the limelight. When the publishing giant Condé Nast bought Tatler, they turned to Brown to resurrect the new incarnation of Vanity Fair, a magazine from the 20s about high society.
I felt that if we could combine the visual excitement of the original Vanity Fair with the kind of long-form journalism that had made magazines great in the 70s and the great moments of Esquire, kind of combine those two genres, we would do something really interesting. I also felt that we needed to own a topic, and I thought that celebrities was going to be Vanity Fair's topic.
With celebrity as the hook, Tina Brown and Vanity Fair hit gold with one of the most controversial magazine covers of all times.
Annie Leibovitz was going to photograph Demi Moore, and I said to her, don't hide the pregnancy, let's show the pregnancy. It'd be great to actually show the belly. What I didn't expect was her to get a naked belly. I certainly didn't have that idea. That, of course, was Brilliant Annie.
Annie Leibovitz's photo shoots are put together like a major motion picture. When one of her celebrity photos lands on the cover of Vanity Fair, it evokes the same response once reserved for royalty.
I wasn't even really thinking of it as a cover of that. And then as we were in the position, I looked up and I said, Annie, wouldn't it be great if they used this for the cover? And then we all kind of looked at each other and said, there's no way they're going to do it.
At the time, showing a pregnant woman nude was scandalous, but Tina Brown was ready to break the taboo.
It did surprise me, the reaction. I thought it was going to be a kind of little buzzy piece that appeared on the talk shows, you know, maybe for a couple of days. I did not know it was going to be 3 or 4 solid weeks of unbelievably intense media coverage all over the world. I never imagined that the celebrity culture would become such an overwhelming and engulfing trend in American media. In a sense, you know, the stuff we unleashed at Vanity Fair worked so well and became so influential in the culture that it sort of spread across the board into not just magazines, but into TV and reality shows and all the things we see. But the difference was that in Vanity Fair, we always did have the other strand, of the deeper content. I mean, it's fine to have the celebrity stuff, but you must have the other counter strand, and that's the strand that's dying out.
There's been an explosion of new celebrity magazines, and the units sold keep going up. The bottom line is that a lot of people are buying these magazines week after week after week. I mean, you know, the sales are going through the roof.
Celebrities have always been a big thing, but it was not the only thing. Now celebrities are becoming the only thing.
Celebrity magazines are so successful that the highest paid editor in the world is taking the tabloid Star and turning it into a glossy.
We have become a very glamorous magazine. I mean, it's hard to be glamorous when you're a tabloid, but I think we have more red carpet event coverage. We have 2 times, 3 times the amount of gossip, because our readers like short, gossipy bits. We have added some fun features like knife styles of the rich and famous, because our readers are obsessed with what the stars are doing to stay young.
At a basic gut level, Bonnie has this ferocious sense of what animates someone to pick up a magazine off the newsstand. For instance, some starlet will be wearing a bracelet, and they'll circle it and blow it up, and they'll write in big, bold purple letters like "to the max" or "way to go" or "bling bling."
Our reader needs, and I say that not once, needs celebrity news. They want to be able to discuss these things around the water cooler at the office. They want to feel like they are right up with the latest.
Magazines have sold out in a lot of cases in paying attention to really idiotic information. That we should care that a celebrity is carrying a $600 handbag. We should be disgusted, but somehow we're convinced that this is interesting and essential information. Magazines make it really seductive in a way that television can't, that the internet can't, because you have these beautiful glossy photographs, art directed to within an inch of their lives, and it makes it completely pornographic.
With so much focused on the bottom line, most of the industry is caught up in a celebrity-driven frenzy.
Okay, it's Friday afternoon. Really now, we have about another 12 hours so we actually go to press. I just want to make sure we're all comfortable with where we are. Arthur, do you happen to have the cover image? Yes. Okay, so we decided in the end to go with the American Soldier. This is a picture taken by James Nachtwey shortly before he found himself in a grenade attack and seriously wounded.
Flanked by 2 American soldiers, the medic who saved Weisskopf's life joins the ranks of the makers of world history.
Okay, any thoughts, concerns? We're all happy with that, 16 pages? Okay, 5.6 million copies are about to be printed around the world. Okay, very good. Thanks very much.
In a few hours, the Person of the Year issue spreads from one end of the globe to the other. There are some who criticize the choice of the American Soldier, but it all makes good sense for Time Inc. and its shareholders. This is how all great magazines begin. Magazines can enhance democracy or constrain it. They can bring us meaning and perspective or distract us from what truly matters. But with our newsstands already overflowing with glossy pages of mindless, fleeting, useless information, do we still even need the great magazines?
Some people ask why magazines are important. Will they survive? And what role do they play in society? And I'm a great believer that storytelling is a fundamental element in society. And when I mean story, I don't mean a fiction. I mean it's the narrative that helps you orient your life. And it may be a sacred narrative, one that you think is from God, and it may be a secular one. The narratives that we tell each other help us shape who we are, how we make decisions. Those are part of the narratives of who we are.
Who we are and who we want to be is inspired, debated, and promoted inside the great magazines. From Gutenberg's printing press and Eric Solomon's candid photographs to the zines on the World Wide Web, the great magazines strive to shape our world with the images, words, and ideas that form the narratives of our lives.